Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Karen, the women's midlife specialist, and this is going to be a great set of labs for all of you who are just coming on and haven't really been following these hormone videos because this is the perfect opportunity for you to start at the beginning. So, if you're not on any hormone replacement therapy and you're testing for the very first time, this is going to be a really great one for you to watch as well. So, we're going to call her BT. She's a lovely 54-year-old postmenopausal lady. She's not on any current therapy, and her hormone results are basically low just across the board. And let me show you how I know that. Well, first of all, when you're not on any hormone replacement therapy, your reference ranges, the ranges that ZRT provides, are going to be postmenopausal ranges. They are not going to be the range that is set forth by ZRT if you're replacing your hormones. If you're replacing your hormones, well, then your reference ranges are actually different. So, for instance, for estradiol, the reference range is 0.5 to 1.7 if you're postmenopausal, optimal of 1.3 to 1.7. But if you're on replacement therapy, the reference range is actually 0.8 to 12, with the optimal range being around between 1.3 and 3.3. Now, most women feel best at the higher end of the reference range, closer to 3.3 or 4 or even 5, with keeping in mind that these are postmenopausal reference ranges. And remember, by the time you're postmenopausal, your levels are supposed to be low because that's normal. When we go through menopause, we have just a fraction of the amount of hormones that we had when we were at our most youthful, healthy hormone state. So we've got right now a point for our BT has right now a 0.5 estradiol. So this is in the lowest of the reference range for a postmenopausal lady. And she also tested her estrone or E1, which was really quite smart. And it's 1.1, which is at the lower end of normal. So she probably wanted to know what is her estrone load before she started on therapy. And I think that's a great idea. I didn't do that when I was younger, but now with all of the knowledge that I have, I think I would have. Her progesterone is very low end of normal, between 12 and 100, and she's 16. So even with a low normal estrogen, her progesterone to estrogen ratio is low. We want that between 100 and 500, and she's only 32. So she is estrogen dominant, even though her estrogen is at the lower end of normal. So, what about some others here? Testosterone, 20. Between age dependent, and I'm going to show you how to look at that a little better when we look at graphs. 20, it's at the lower end of normal, and DHEA is actually low even for her age. It's age dependent, and she's 1.6. Now her cortisol in the morning is okay. Now if you look at these, I love these graphs because it gives you an opportunity to see where you stand compared to someone your age. So these are postmenopausal reference ranges. So postmenopause, anywhere between this yellow line, yellow dotted line, and red dotted line, she's low 0.5 estradiol, low progesterone. These are in comparison to her sisters, okay? Her sister, postmenopausal sisters, and her testosterone, low end of normal, and DHEA below the normal range of the chart. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how low she really is, and obviously she wants to do something about it, which I am so glad. All right, so let's take a look at her symptoms and see if we can get some more information to see how we can help BT. All right, so I love seeing these symptoms because it makes me feel like, holy moly, we're gonna do great. Now, how do I know we're gonna do great? Okay, I'm gonna get there. So when we look at the uh, symptoms as a whole, we go straight down here to the lowest part of the chart, the graph. These are all the symptoms that she rated. She's got only a few that she rates as severe. 1, 2, 3. She's got some that she rates as moderate, but the bulk are in the mild range. So this is really a big telltale sign of what you're going to find out in this video. Very, very big telltale sign. So her number one, if you looked at all of her symptoms put together, the biggest complaint is based on low androgens, which is either your DHEA or testosterone or both. And sure enough, of course, she's got low DHEA and low normal testosterone. Now, what about estrogen and progesterone? Well, check it out. The second most significant group of symptoms is indeed estrogen and progesterone deficiency. The third, that are just ranging right here close together, are both high and low cortisol. So let's go up and look at some of these severe ones first. Vaginal dryness, severe. Evening fatigue, severe. And decreased libido, severe. All right? She doesn't complain much, in my opinion. And now, if we go to the moderate, we've got foggy thinking and memory lapse. We've got allergies. That's very much an androgen deficiency. Stress is considered moderate. Weight gain in the waist. Weight gain in the hips, and decreased stamina. And one more, increased urinary urge. That is a common complaint of estrogen deficiency. Absolutely. Okay, so, and then a whole slew of milds. Okay, she's got some that she just says are non-existent, but a whole slew of mild. Okay, so you're going to be wondering now, what is this big thing I'm talking about that is the telltale sign? Okay, so her symptoms point mostly those caused by a low DHEA and a low testosterone, and then a low estrogen and progesterone. These are all our sex hormones. And DHEA, though not a sex hormone, acts very much like a sex hormone because 50% of it converts to testosterone in women. Now, the third most significant group falls in the high and low cortisol challenges. So this either means that she has ongoing physical and emotional stress that is significant enough to affect her health and the way she feels, or is this a case of the chicken or the egg? So what do I mean by that? When I say, is this a case of the chicken or the egg, could simply the fact that she's so low on her sex hormones now be spilling over into her life and causing some adrenal dysfunction? All right, why do I think that this is the case? I think that BT is suffering primarily from a sex hormone deficiency across the board, and it is now spilling into the adrenal hormone and the adrenal axis dysfunction. And the reason I think that is the slew of mild symptoms across the board that she has, and also the fact that her first two primary issues are all sex hormones. All right. Now, she does rank stress as moderate. That's why I think that she is jumping on board at the right time. Now, the really cool thing is this is the perfect opportunity to use the charts that I have provided because these are right on the money. So if we look at her labs, her estradiol is 0.5. So she's less than 1.3. So she's either here less than 1.3 or here less than 1.3. So if your estradiol or E2 is less than 1.3, you're going to be in one of these two categories in the menopause, postmenopause. Now, her progesterone to estrogen ratio, that's the second column, is only 32. So if it's greater than 49, you're going to go across the board here. But if it's lower than 32, we need to go here. So to bring her levels up to a nice, healthy 30-year-old, we want 2 pumps of hormone heaven in the morning and 2 pumps at bedtime. And then she needs, because her progesterone to estrogen ratio is so low, less than 50, she needs 1 pump in the morning and 1 pump at bedtime of the Hormone Protect, which is a little extra progesterone. Now, will she need this forever? No, she actually won't. As she gets a little older, BT, as you get a little older, you're going to be able to drop off this progesterone Hormone Protect because your levels are going to be closer to each other. Right now, you've still got an imbalance between your estrogens and your progesterone because remember, the progesterone falls at a faster rate, 75% between the age of 35 and 50, and estradiol only drops 35% between the age of 35 and 50. So we've still got this difference between the two, and as you get further along past menopause, these two start coming closer together, and you can drop off the extra progesterone because the hormone heaven will be enough. Okay, so what's next? Okay, so we've also got this vaginal dryness. So we've got 2 pumps in the morning and 2 pumps in the evening of Hormone Heaven, 1 pump of the morning and 1 pump in the evening of Hormone Protect. Now for the vaginal dryness, this is my favorite. Happy hoo-hoo. It's got DHEA and progesterone in it. Very little is systemically absorbed. It heals inside the vagina and gives us a nice healthy vagina. So I recommend 1 suppository every other night for the first month and then try it 3 times a week, and hopefully that will get things back in order for you. Okay, now what about DHEA? DHEA is definitely too low. Now I'm looking at this, I believe that as the sex hormones get corrected, the adrenals are going to significantly improve. I think based on your symptoms, BT, based on your symptoms, I think that this is going to help resolve the adrenal dysfunction, and I don't really think that you need to be rushing into an adrenal product yet. Now, if you want to, it won't hurt you. You could use adrenal adaptogens like ashwagandha, but I think basically this is going to be what you need. And the DHEA that we know you need because it's so low, the DHEA is also going to support those adrenal glands. Now, I'm super excited to announce to you a whole line of products that I'm really excited to start recommending. Now, I have used the Designs for Health for many years, but I focused primarily on orthomolecular in the past, but at the American Academy of Anti-Aging, I spent a lot of time with the Designs for Health people and the founders of this company, and love it. Absolutely love it. So I'm right now building a part of our website to be able to offer this to you at the lowest prices that you can find. And they're willing to work with me on providing you good prices that I am, that's my number one thing. I've got to get you prices that you can afford, and I've got to get you quality that's going to make everything work together for you. So, I had this mentor one of my very first mentors, and I was putting this program together for a group of people. And I asked my mentor, I said, well, for that price, actually it was a big program. It was a huge year-long program, and it cost $10,000 per person. And I asked her, well, what should I provide them with this program? Because I mean, this is a huge amount of money, and what should I provide them? And you know what she said to me? You give them every single thing that they need to succeed and not a thing less. And so that stuck with me all my practice years. You give everybody everything that you need, everything they need to succeed and no less. And so if you were one of the lucky ones that downloaded my weight loss guide over the weekend, then you know that I just give it all, right? So here it is. I am super excited about offering this Designs for Health at rates and prices and quality and customer service and everything that you can just imagine that you're going to get with Designs for Health. And so they're getting my website together for me right now, and all I need to do is just tweak it just a little bit to get it on our website, and then you'll be able to easily order at very convenient site and at the best prices possible. So it's only going to take about a week to finish it up. So you're the first ones hearing about it, so I'm super excited. All right, so what do you need to start with? Okay, BT, I want you to start with 5 milligrams every morning of DHEA. Now, to assure no side effects, because DHEA sometimes has some side effects. The side effects of DHEA, remember, it's an androgen. So the two main side effects are pimples. Some people call it acne, but usually it's like a little spring up of pimples. We call it acne if it comes later in life. We don't want to see one pimple, right? So either pimples can occur or maybe some irritability. And irritability is far more common if you take it sublingually because it gets absorbed very quickly. So if you take it orally for the first 10 milligrams, I recommend oral for the first 10 milligrams. After 10 milligrams, topically. So that's another secret. I don't know if I should let the cat out of the bag, but another secret is some topical DHEA coming your way. But in any event, I want you to start with 5 milligrams for about a month. I'm quite certain you're going to need 10 milligrams. So you may even need more than that, but after 10 milligrams, you're going to want to be on that for 3 months, a total of 5, and then up to 10 milligrams at 2 months and 3 months. And then after that, it would be topical. You may need topical. I don't know. That's going to be left to be seen. And I think that it would be wiser to bring that DHEA up and get that nice and balanced before thinking that you need other things at this point, because I really think your symptoms are pointing to a sex hormone imbalance more than anything else. So I don't really think you need anything else at this point. So, BT, it was a pleasure doing these labs for you, and thank you so much for sharing them with the world. It's a wonderful gift that we're all giving to everyone, and I'm excited to be here for you and appreciate you being here for me. All right, have a wonderful day. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and come on back and get some more. All right, see you later. Bye-bye. Have a great day.